From a grueling trailer set in the zombie-infested streets of Paris, to fans thinking that the Archer might be bringing back some of the OG cast, here are the new details on Daryl Dixon's Walking Dead spin-off finally revealed. On the 26th of June 2023, we were graced with the jaw-dropping trailer for this series, and let me tell you, it had everyone shook. It showed our favorite Archer, Norman Reedus, getting off a boat in France. The clip then follows him as he walks through the countryside, looking at the aftermath of the zombie apocalypse until he comes across a scary-looking building that's probably not empty at all. Apparently, fans will get to see his journey through the country infested with all kinds of zombies. Fans were curious how Daryl would end up in Europe, and the teaser hinted at what might have gone down, showing Dixon asleep on a raft in the middle of the ocean. Fans were also given a quick behind-the-scenes video by the team, showing how the production was going, and gave hints about what's in store for the character. Fans love seeing Daryl move through the city of Love's zombie-infested streets, all on his own, and can't wait to see what kind of trouble he gets himself into this time. Along with this little peek into the world that got our blood pumping, the creative minds behind the series gave us another bit of info, and guess what? They actually changed the name of the spin-off. Back in October 2022, Reedus told fans during an appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live what he thinks the title of the spin-off should be, claiming it needs to be just like the character he plays, direct and specific. So, the perfect name would be Daryl Dixon, plain and simple. However, TWD showrunners had some other ideas. At first, the project went unnamed, then in January 2023, it was announced it'll be called The Walking Dead. Daryl Dixon instead. But it looks like they might be pulling the same thing they did with the Maggie Negan spin-off. After all, the real name might still be under wraps. Norman shared a picture on Instagram that led fans to believe that the title might change once again. In the post, there were boxes on set containing prosthetics with Daryl's name on some and a new character, Camille's name on others, and all of them had Raise the Dead written on them. Plus, the people at AMC have another surprise in store for y'all. Daryl will have to face a whole new variant of the undead that are specific to the region. Will they have French hats, twirly mustaches, and baguettes? Only time will tell. But we know one thing for sure. Even a master like Dixon might have trouble with the new zombies, and it doesn't look like he has his trusty crossbow to save him this time. Cool, right? Well, just wait till you hear about the story. And trust me, it's like nothing you've ever seen before from the franchise, because these guys are working their hardest to give us the spin-off Daryl deserves. AMC put out a press release to tell fans about the new plot, and according to the official synopsis, the spin-off will follow Daryl as he tries to make his way across the foreign land, while some people try to help him, and others lurk in the dark streets of Paris, with no intention of letting him find his way home. The show will take place a few months after the OG series, where Daryl told Carol that he was leaving the Commonwealth to bring their fearless leader back home to his kids, Morgan and Judith. But then, they changed up the storyline too. Now, fans don't really know what his mission is, and why or how he got there in the first place. Reedus has said that the tone of the 6-part miniseries will be very different from the main show, as he calls it kind of a reset for the world. Oh, and I have the best news for all you OG fans out there. Carol might just be coming back. Fans were devastated to learn that Melissa McBride wouldn't be part of the new show, but the team was just playing with our feelings, I guess, because she was seen working on the sets in Saint-Ouen, France on June 1st, 2023. When the series first started, it was going to be about Carol and Daryl, but McBride said she needed a break from the long journey and didn't want to keep working on the same TV show. No one knows what this means for the rest of the series, but she might show up in a dream or a memory. Fans really want her to be in the miniseries though, because Carol is one of the smartest and coolest people in TWD's universe. Plus, the way she cares about Daryl is just so heartwarming. The fearless lady even took care of Judith when she was a baby, did her best to keep Lizzie and Mika safe, and in Season 9, she gave Henry a home too. So after spending so much time with her, fans have started to think of Carol as one of the show's highlight characters. As for the rest of the cast, some new people have been added. We already know that Reedus will be coming back. Can't have a spin-off about Daryl without him, can they? In November 2022, it was revealed that Clemence Posey and Adam Nagaitis would be appearing alongside him. Posey will be playing Isabel, who'll help Daryl but has a terrible hidden secret, while Nagaitis will be playing Quinn, a strong, silent secret bar owner. The cast will also include Anne Charrier, Laika Blanc-Francard, Eric Ebenoué, Louis Puig-Sigliuzzi, and Romain Levy. But not much is known about their roles. Reedus told fans that there'll be some returning characters too. This means that after Daryl's troubles in Paris are over, he might meet up with Rick or Michonne. You'd think that with the casting announced, there'll be some news about the release date. Well, you'd be right to think so, because it's supposed to come out in the fall of 2023. The premiere date of the spin-off hasn't been set yet, but it will probably be in October since that's when the OG show usually started, and the makers will want to give enough time between the two. A sneak peek at the opening of Dead City hinted that the show would start in the autumn. Based on this, we can guess that the Daryl Dixon series will air between September and November. After all, it's been in the planning stages since 2020, which is longer than any of the other Walking Dead spin-offs, so it shouldn't take too long to release. All this leaves one big question unanswered though. How exactly will the Archer's struggles connect with the other spin-offs? Well, since it's the fifth one in the TW universe, people think that Daryl's trip to Paris has something to do with The Walking Dead. World Beyond, because the zombie virus and its different types may have come from France. Fans have thought that the mystery CRM, who've been looking for Rick, won't exactly appreciate Daryl getting in the way of their plans, so they're probably going to get involved. Especially since the synopsis says that Dixon doesn't know how he got to Paris in the first place. Reedus has hinted that what happens in the spin-off will have a significant effect on the world and the Rick and Michonne spin-off. So, if you really want to stay in touch with the overarching plot of the whole franchise, then The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon is a must-watch. But that's just one of the theories as to how he ended up there. Multiple theories explain how this happened. After he helped beat the Commonwealth and rode off on his own at the end of the OG series, he'll find himself a long way from Virginia. Especially when you think about Maggie's last words to Daryl and how The Walking Dead World Beyond ended. Maggie sent him on a trip to find out more about the zombie apocalypse in the season finale of The Walking Dead. Plus, since World Beyond showed how important France is to the main story, this is a good setting for Daryl's spin-off. Or the trip could be a lot more sinister too. He could be the target of a new group of bad guys in The Walking Dead's world. After all, the CRM is probably not the only important group in the world after the apocalypse. This can be seen in the way that the Commonwealth and Padre are introduced in each show. Between the end of TWD and the start of the spin-off, a new group could kidnap Daryl and take him to France. This group might just be revealed, but the fan-favorite theory is that he's making this big splashy trip to bring back Rick and Michonne. So there you have it, folks. From fans thinking that the Archer might be bringing back some of the OG cast, to a grueling trailer set in the zombie-infested streets of Paris, those were the new details on Daryl Dixon's Walking Dead spin-off finally revealed.